Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. You know what time it is? It's time to open another installment of Aberdeen Wool's mystery yarns. I have done the whole delayed gratification for myself, and I ordered multiple of the mystery bags in both knit and crochet because I wanted to see what the difference was. And I will have linked down below parts, all the parts, because there's 3 parts. I will have those linked down below so then you can check out if you missed part 1. This is part 2. So anyway, shall we go ahead and see? I ordered the 25 little mini skeins, little micro skeins. Here is installment number 2 on that. These are really nice. You know, if you've been around for a while, you know, normally the little tiny skeins, they confuse me. They still confuse me, I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm like, what do you do with that? That's just beautiful little scraps. I mean, and these are micro minis too. These are 6 grams, 24 yards. These are tiny, little tiny things. So you can do anything you want with them. Obviously, you know, I've got a bag of 25, right? This will make a decent sized project just with that bag. And installment number 1, I had a different bag of 25. So, you know, right now I'm up to 50, and guess what? Installment 3, I'll have another bag. So I'll have plenty of this to make a sweater for myself and my coat of many colors, or whatever I want to do. I could do a solid, you know, white, gray, black, whatever, and then all these little micro stripes. I mean, there's just all sorts of things, and they're so pretty. You know, look at this. I'm loving the colors. I mean, we know that I like that. Yes, please. Thank you. Yeah, and then the blues are gorgeous. I mean, there are so many. So I am not upset with this. I'm gonna have to be creative. Oh, that is gorgeous. That is so pretty. I'm gonna have to be really creative myself to figure out what I want to make with those. And I would like them to not just sit forever. The nice things with these so small, yeah, I've got a ball winder, but with 24 yards, just wind it in a ball. You don't have to. So if you were traveling or going somewhere and you had a handful of minis, you don't need to worry about the ball winder. Just it's small. You can handle it, right? But I mean, just the beautiful color. And look at this. Look at that. That is so pretty. And later on in the year, I did order, first time ever for me to do so, I ordered their advent calendar. So I think I'm going to be really happy with that because I do like the way the yarns look. This is their hand-dyed yarns, and I really do like that. And as I'm looking in here, I'm like, oh, that one's pretty, and so is that one, and I like that. So these are gorgeous. They really are. And it'll be interesting to kind of mix them all together and to see what I come up with. I don't want them to languish. I really don't. It'll be fun. It really will. So, shall we see the mystery bags? We have knit bag number 2, K2, and look at this crochet bag. Look how full that is. Crochet bag number 2. So I do like the way that they have these packaged. I was not able to peek. I was not able to get in. I had to wait just like everybody else. Yeah, I kind of questioned my decision on that. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so I'd like that. I think that is fantastic for the surprise. Let's keep that, you know, it's like, okay, this is nice, right? We've got this. And it was interesting, the last one with the crochet and the knit with the different things that you got. So, you know, it's up to you on what you think was the better value, but I wanted to find out, right? You know, sometimes getting more of the so-called value yarn is the better value. Sometimes getting less skeins of the higher end yarn is the better value. It really depends on what you like. Okay, I'm gonna open the knit one first again, just like I did on the last one because it's in my lap. And I'm gonna dig around and find those patterns because they do come with patterns, which I think is fantastic. And you know, the hat on that first one, I really like it. You know, just some of the different patterns that I got. I was pleased with that. And generally, when I order something for the kid or whatever, yeah, mystery, they're like, oh, well, here, you get all the patterns, you get this and everything, and they equate that into the price, which makes sense, but they're not always patterns I would pick. So it's not a value to me, although they do have a value, if that makes sense. Alrighty, okay. This is cool. Let's dig to the patterns. About ready to pull the yarn out just after I said I wasn't going to do that. Ooh, a Celtic headband. So knitting bag, you get knit patterns. Oh, my hair's a mess. And crochet bag, you get crochet patterns. Makes sense, right? So you've got the Celtic braid. That's a nice headband. It really is. Now, knowing me, I would probably take the headband like that and then pick up stitches along the edge and turn it into a regular hat. That's just me. I don't normally wear headbands like that. Other people do. I don't wear the ponytail hats either. My hair is getting pretty long. I do have a schedule for a I do have scheduled for a haircut, but it's just a trim. Okay, the honey cowl. This is a pattern that was put out for Madeline Tosh. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I know this because I've made it a couple times and it is beautiful. And this is by Antonia Shankland. And it is a pretty pattern. It's just a nice texture. It's just a big long loop and it is beautiful. Yeah, made it a couple times. And then this one is Simple Shawl by Jane Hegro Yarns. And it looks like a nice triangular pattern. Very, very simple. Your center increases and just a simple border at the end. So that is your easy, mindless knitting. You're wanting that project like that. That is what that's for. Okay, so those are the patterns that I got with this. Let's see what yarn they matched with that. All right, so I have Premier Aurora. I've not seen this before. This to me is like puzzle, right? It seems like puzzle, doesn't it? Kind of. Okay, so this is 166 yards, 100% acrylic, 100 grams, number 4 weight yarn. There you go. It's machine wash, gentle, dry flat. There you go. So that's really pretty. I wonder if they were looking at that one for the honey cowl because of the changing colors, and that looks amazing with that changing colors. That pattern does anyway. I got that, and ooh, I got Barocco Vintage Sock in gray. Oh, that's fantastic because the last box I got, or bags, because they're in bags, I got a beautiful blue. So I've got this blue and this gray for this sock, and that's a good sock yarn, and we know I make socks. There you go. So perfect. That is absolutely perfect for me, and I am thrilled. And then I got 2 of the Modern Cotton DK from Barocco. These are 100 grams, 335 yards. It's 60% Pima cotton, 40% Model viscose. There you go. And what is it? Care instructions: machine wash cold, on delicate cycle, lay flat to dry. And that is that beautiful blue. So I wonder if they were looking at the shawl for this one or what pattern. It doesn't matter. It's not like I would follow the patterns 100% anyway, right? So there we have it. So again, just like the last time, this is a good deal if you're interested in the yarns. If you're not interested in the yarns, you're like, oh, I got 4 skeins of yarn I don't like. I like them. I think they're great. I'm thrilled with this. I really am. Now, there's a lot of people who do not like fingering weight yarn. They would be very disappointed. We all like different stuff, right? Okay, so there is my knit bag. So my first set, I got 4 skeins for the knit and 6 skeins for the crochet. Okay, so depending on what you're interested in, crochet was winning. Okay, so and this bag is stuffed full. You know, there might be less than 6, just depending on how big they are, but this is a stuffed full bag. So I think the crochet might be winning. I just do. That's surprising to me. But again, it just depends on what type of yarn you like. So I'm gonna get in here. Gotta be careful because that yarn is all the way up to the top of that tape. There we go. Almost had an accident, but I didn't. It was really close though. I'm like, oh man. Okay. Wow. All right, so I have a Premier pattern, Vivid Headband. So that is one of my patterns. Okay, so it looks like it has a scarf too. So you've got the scarf, the headband and the scarf. And if it's not, I'm sure you could figure out how to, with the headband pattern, how to turn it into a scarf. All right, what else is down here? Pattern-wise, another Premier pattern, corrugated cowl. So that looks like we're getting some big chunky stuff here. And that is just a big rectangle sewn together in such a fashion to make that pretty. Okay. Let's see, is there another pattern? The others have gotten 3. It's not that I need 3 patterns. I'm just making sure that I get all the patterns out first. Nope, I don't feel any more, but oh, there it is. There it is. Found it. Okay, this is called Last Row. Interesting. What? For best results, you should block your shawlette before wearing it. So I have a shawlette pattern. I don't know what it looks like necessarily. That's just some of the stitches of it. Let's see, is there a picture on the inside maybe? It shows me how they're doing it, but I don't know what it looks like offhand. So no, it's a shawlette that you just have to trust it. Just trust the process. There you go. And yeah, that's it. Just trust the process. You can do it. Materials, sock fingering weight yarn is what this one calls for. Ooh, I'm gonna get more sock yarn maybe. Yes, I'm liking this. All right, so again, if you don't like sock yarn, maybe this was not your bag. So I have Barocco Vintage. This is a nice yarn. This is a beautiful yarn, and they have gone up so much in price. Oh my gosh, they have. So this is a worsted weight, machine wash, inside out, cold, gentle cycle, right? 52% acrylic, 40% wool, 8% nylon. It is 100 grams, 218 yards, 200 meters, made in Peru. And that is a beautiful blue. That is wonderful. That's cool. Okay. What is this? Oh, KFI Collection Sock, Organic Merino Wool Blend. Haha! Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm thrilled. I can see a lot of people being so disappointed, and I am so happy. Thank you. I am so happy I got the sock yarn. That, yeah. You know, a lot of your sock yarns are 16 and up just for this. It really is. This right here, and I got 2 of them, is the price of the bag. Plus some. I mean, not a joke. It really is. But then again, if you're not interested in sock yarn, you'd be very disappointed. Yeah, that is fantastic. No, I'm probably not going to make that shawl with it. I'm going to make socks with it, right? I mean, that is gorgeous. That is really, really pretty. And that is 75% organic wool, 25% polyamide, 459 yards, a #1 superfine wool, using 1 to 3s for knitting, size B to an E for crochet. Yeah, this is gorgeous. I'm thrilled. And it says there was a free sock pattern included. I bet it's on the inside of the ball band. I don't know. That is stunning. Wow, I'm thrilled. That right there, I'd be good with just as is, but wait, there's more. I also have Baby Soft Cotton Chunky. Now, this might be completely and totally up your alley, but what was the last word I just said? Chunky. I prefer the sock yarn. You might prefer the chunky, but that is okay. There are 4 of these. There are 4. That is crazy. That's, I mean, I got 7 skeins of yarn in this bag. 7. Okay, so depending on where you're going, the crochet is kicking it. I mean, the crochet bags. I have no idea how they pack them. I have no idea if you ordered, if crochet is the key for you or knit is the key. I really don't, but I wanted to kind of go back and forth and see. And for quantity and being able to make things, crochet is kicking it. It really is. You know, 6 skeins on the first crochet bag, 7 skeins on this, 4 skeins on both of the knit bags. Nothing wrong with it. They're just different. All right, so this is the Berry Bay. It is a #5 chunky weight, cotton, 55% acrylic, 45% cotton, 153 yards. The suggested needle and gauge is US 10 or 6mm, size 10 for knitting, or a K to an M for crochet. And I've been using my size M hook. I have been, because I've been using that for my trip around the world blanket. Yep, been using that M hook. So there you go. But I have 4 of these. I mean, that's a lot of yardage. And it's a chunky weight. That's a lot of yardage. 600 yards? You know, I'm pretty sure you can do a lot with 600 yards of chunky weight yarn. I'm really sure you can do a lot. All right, let's do like I did last time and try to hold all these up. It's gonna be a little harder with crochet because there's a lot more of it. All right, so here's my chunky yarn. And I got some sock yarn. So I think they did a great job of mixing too, and worsted weight yarn. So I got all the different weights. I mean, that's the crochet bag, $19. That's a phenomenal deal. It really, really is. Yeah, totally thrilled with that. All right, loving the sock yarn. I am loving the sock yarn, no joke. That is perfect. Okay, so we got that, and let me show you and hold up all the knitting stuff that I got. And you can judge. So both bags were the $19. Let me turn that around. So they were both 19. There you go. So this was my knitting bag, and then you saw my crochet bag. So you can determine what you would prefer. And then there's no guarantee. There's absolutely no, because, you know, it's a mystery. They're a shop, so there's no telling if just because they sent this to me, they might not have any more. That might have been the end of it. So we don't know. But that's that. And so far, I think the crochet stuff is winning for that quantity and being able to make a lot more with it and having fun. But I'm gonna have fun either way. We know how that is. All right, well, definitely stay tuned for part 3 of the Aberdeen Wool mystery yarn box opening. With that, I'll have everything linked down below. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be, and I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.